In the matter of Eminem, aka Marshall Mathers versus Gizelle and Robyn, we here declare Eminem shady boots. We got an update on this court case. Very interesting stuff. Sky Squad, we are back in the building, and we got a little tea on sweet tea. Okay. Um, let's get started with this whole Marshall Mathers, Eminem versus Gizelle and Robyn in the case of reasonably shady, or who owns the term shady. Okay. Now, in order for us to do this, we're going to take things over to where I first saw this story. Okay. I saw it the other day. All right. About a day ago. But I think it came out maybe, yeah, about 2 days ago at this point. So Eminem has now requested a protective order against the Real Housewives of Potomac stars. Let's get into the tea, baby. Okay. All right. So Eminem had his legal team take the offensive against Giselle and Robyn, according to Reality T and Yahoo. Okay. Um, the legal action came as a response to Giselle and Robyn's podcast named Reasonably Shady. We talked about this last year, right? So, these legal things can be drawn out, baby. Eminem didn't want, all right, or also known as Marshall Mathers, also known as Slim Shady, didn't want to be mistakenly affiliated with Robyn, Giselle, and the Housewives or reality TV in general. So, in response, Robyn and Giselle attempted to depose Eminem, but they may have severely jumped the gun, or so argued Eminem's lawyer. Now, let's get into the first of all, let me give you guys some perspective on what a protective order means, because I had to go to the Google because I wanted to be specific when we talked about this. Um, the Oxford Dictionary, okay, or the first thing that pops up in Google states it's a court order instructing a person to desist from abusing or harassing the petitioner, usually related to a person for a fixed period. Okay. Example, my ex filed a protective order against me. Yes, that's not something that you want to be saying a lot, right? Anyway, another definition of the term is legal documents issued by a judge or a magistrate to protect the health and safety of a person who is alleged to be a victim of any act involving violence, force, or threat that results in bodily injury or places that person in fear of death, assault, or bodily injury. Now, Mr. Slim Shady, okay, if this won't the shadiest thing I have ever seen. Now, I'm assuming this is in response to them deposing Eminem, and it just seems like, much ado about nothing. First of all, I got to say this. Listen, the name Reasonably Shady is in no way, shape, or form, in my opinion, mistaken for anything that has to do with Eminem in general. I am going to have to side on the side of Robyn and Giselle on this one. Eminem does not own the term shady, okay? We've been using that term for quite some time before he came along, okay? So for me, it's just interesting. It's just really, really, really interesting. Now, one of the points that they make in this argument or in the article is that it's always amusing seeing the Streisand effect in action. The phenomenon results from attempting to cover something up, inadvertently drawing more attention to the attempted cover up. This week, Eminem may have fallen victim to that effect. Okay. His team has asked the board to issue a protective order precluding the deposition of Marshall Mathers III. So basically, Eminem's lawyer is arguing that a deposition was unwarranted. Okay. So we know that Robyn and Giselle seem to have issued the deposition or attempted to depose them, right? And that Robyn and Giselle had multiple steps to take before trying to depose Eminem personally. So you can see the entire, some excerpts from the motion in the link in the description down below. But let me just state this, because I'm gonna make it simple and plain for those of you guys, because there's a lot of legalese here. This is this to me is meritless and baseless. Okay, I am not an attorney. I'm not a litigator. Okay, I did almost get my JD, but chose not to because I didn't want an extra year of school. Um, but listen, this seems to be very petty. Okay. Not to mention shady. And yes, I did use that word, Mr. Eminem. I mean, it seems shady boots. Are you going to take ownership of that word too? Okay. I just feel like this has no merit. And let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Why is Eminem being so shady? Okay. Living up to his moniker. Let's talk about the sweet tea of it all because I wanted to just touch on that briefly for a second because this, I was sitting here thinking to myself, this is stupid. Anyway, and y'all know, for me to use, I don't, it ain't too often that I just say something's dumb or stupid to me, but I just feel like the whole lawsuit the whole legal issue is dumb, is stupid. Let these girls do their podcast. It ain't got nothing to do with your rap career. It ain't hurt nothing that you got going on. I mean, is anybody even listening to his music like that? I mean, like, is it jumping like it used to be? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm sure he's still getting paid though, but I just feel like there ain't nobody gonna confuse the two. Per. Okay. Let's move on. I got better stuff to talk about. All right. Oh, this interview right here that Oliver did with Sweet T's sister, baby. The question remains after watching this interview, will Sweet Tea and Dr. G return to Married to Medicine? Sweet Tea's sister, Kanisha, does not think so. Okay. She basically indicated that she doesn't see it happening, which would for me, I feel like that would be unfortunate because I just kind of feel like Sweet Tea is a breath of fresh air. Yes, she's green, so she might be, as somebody stated here, green tea. Okay, but at the end of the day, I feel like that's what we love about her is that she is unfiltered, uncensored. And granted, a lot of the things that she said didn't really work in her favor, but I feel like they are endearing more than harmful, to be honest with you. However, Comment.org, the sister here, tells us a couple of little extra tidbits, basically about how she feels like Quad is using her sister for a story. Okay. She does confirm that Dr. Jackie was allegedly gonna try to or acting like she was trying to chip in, for the wedding when all the wedding stuff was already supposed to be taken care of. That's what she say, not me. And she goes on to talk about how, and this is what I found interesting. I'm like, Dr. Heavenly, now, did you set up Sweet Tea, baby? Did you sweat up Sweet Tea, sweet baby? Okay. Because she says when they were out to drinks, remember when Dr. Heavenly and um Sweet Tea were having shots when they were sitting there at that table at that bar or the restaurante, and Sweet Tea told us about that how Dr. G had allegedly lied about the robbery because she forgot to turn the alarm on to the heist. Well, um Miss Kanisha here tells us, or rather tells Oliver, well, um Dr. Heavenly won't actually taking no shots. She was drinking the water, baby. I said, not she drinking the water and Sweet Tea drinking the shots. Now, I don't know at what point she found out it was water. I don't know how she found out it was water. All I know is that she's saying it's water allegedly. Okay. Now, I ain't gonna lie, back in the days, when the folks be asking to take some shots and they want my suggestion, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm the friend that would suggest everybody take shots. I really am. I am an instigator when it comes to the festivities. You can call me the fun master if you like, or Sherlock Homeboy, whichever floats your boat. But that's something I would have done back in the day, or maybe even now, if somebody was suggesting shots and it wasn't my idea. Okay. I might just tell the bartender, hey, bartender, put me some water up in there. Thank you. Okay. But it would leave one to wonder if, like, it kind of makes you feel like she was implying that Dr. Heavenly was trying to kind of like set her up. Like, yes, feed me all this information. Here, have another shot. I'll have one with you, girl. Wink, wink. Woo! Let me tell you something. I love when people just talk in the interview, baby. I love it. Also, we have learned that Miss Kanisha will also be at the reunion, which apparently is coming up rather soon. I'm just like, no, 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 no. I don't want this season to end, baby. I don't need this season to end no time soon. Okay. This season is giving, it's entertaining, it's refreshing. I don't know what we're gonna do without Quad, but I guess we'll find out. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And of course, we will catch you all in the next video.